All right, welcome back. For anybody who's just joining us, just so you know, my name's Jason Jaded. We also have JJ Nunchaku, and then we have Ken Hill here as well. And we are Flow Tricks. So with that said, we are here to show you flow tricks. So this is not combat techniques or scenarios. I'm not showing you anything martial here. This is flow art. So keep that in mind. With that said, I'm going to continue with the combo that I left off on last week. Now we're going to do a completely separate combo than last week's. I'm going to show you this one start to finish. You saw that one start to finish. But over on Patreon, I'm going to show you how to stitch these both together to come out with a pretty nice flow. So today we are going to work with a claw grip box combo. So as the name suggests, claw grip, we are going to grab this just like a claw machine would, like the claw game. I'm going to grab the absolute end of both sides. So I'm not grabbing the side of the handle, I'm grabbing the ends. And we're going to start off in a horizontal position. And the first thing we're going to do is make this bottom left corner of the box here. To do that, I'm going to take my left hand and I'm just going to bring it behind this other handle. At the same time though, this one is going to go straight up towards my shoulder here. So it looks like this, just one over, one up. All right, so that creates that bottom left corner. Now we need to do the top left corner. So all I'm going to do is take this vertical one and pull it over my arm. And now we have that top right corner. From here, I'm just going to take that same handle and the very top of the chucker there, we're just going to push it straight out and over. So this one that's horizontal, it's going to flip, but it's going to stay horizontal. So I'm going to push, and you see it kind of rotates in my hand there a little bit, but it's still horizontal. And this one is just going to the outside of my arm. All right, so there's our box. Now we're going to take this one up top here. Well, we're going to take both of them actually, and we're going to cross them, but the one on top is going to go right behind the other handle. We're going to straighten them both out into a vertical line and pull apart. Now, that's our box. It's honestly pretty simple, right? So that is our first part. Now we're going to take this, I'm going to bring this back up and yet again behind that other handle. And I'm going to stop as soon as my hands match up to each other so that one is behind the other. So my right hand is going behind my left hand. And then I'm just going to rotate my wrists there, flip them over, and I'm going to push these out into an aerial. Now, the reason I have this one behind this one is because when I can push them apart like this, I have a little bit of space here so that when they come up, they're not just going to smash into each other. Because if I was holding them dead even and tried to do this, they're just going to slam into each other. So far we have the box and the aerial. Now, from here, from that aerial actually, when we throw them up, our hands are going to flip over. So our palms are up, and we're going to catch them as they come right back down. And that's what I need to show you next. Next, we are going to take our left hand, and it's going to pull back. Actually, we're going to spin these until where my left hand is against my elbow there, and my right hand is diagonal out like this. That's kind of a rough angle to show you, but it's not straight in front of me, it's off to the side just a little bit. So we're just twisting. It's going right under my arm and staying in a straight line. Now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to push down. At the same time, I'm going to take this one and pull up. But I want to focus on keeping this rope or chain exactly where it is. So I'm just pushing down, pulling up at the same time to spin that center, and then my hands open up to come back in a grip. All right, so that's our claw grip box combo, and it's pretty simple. I hate that I always say that. By that, I don't mean you should be able to get this. This is nothing, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying it like that. All I'm saying is it's simple in the fact that nothing I'm showing you is difficult to do. As long as you understand what you're doing and it starts to become habit, everything is super simple. It's just learning it and becoming comfortable with it. So take it step by step, take it slow. Once you've got the repetition and you feel comfortable doing it with your eyes closed, then I want you to start adding some emotional connection in with it. And by that I mean, like, we're going to take up space. We want to use footwork. We want to really feel what we're doing, you know? You don't want to just be very robotic and boring with what you're doing. You want to really take up all the space that you can. Get in there and feel it, you know what I'm saying? So that makes a huge difference, but the trick itself is pretty easy to learn. I will throw some slow motion on here, and like I said, on Patreon, we're going to connect these two, and I'm also going to go into some finishing moves for this combo, and we'll stitch it all together pretty nice. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. All right, so I mentioned emotional connection with this and the footwork and things to make this really pop. Basically, if you got your favorite song going through your head, something that really pumps you up, I want you to focus on that, and I want you to feel every beat. 1, 2, 3, you know? But also, the first thing we're going to do is make this bottom corner, or, yeah, we're making the bottom corner and then the top corner. So it's all on my left side, right? So if it's on my left side, I'm going to turn and face that direction. My hips are going to pivot. I'm going to look to that left side, but I want the visual. I want the audience to see the nunchucks. So I'm going to try and keep this all in a window plane here. So I'm turning, but you still see exactly what I'm doing. When it gets to this right side, my hips pivot this way, but it's still facing you. And then when I come in center, I want to be centered. So try to take up space and try to move around with it. And like, you could pause and go through, like, seriously try to feel this out, or like just rock out with it, man. All right, so that is our combo for today. I'll throw some slow motion in here, and then, like I said, on Patreon, we will connect both of these combos. I'll probably throw in some extra stuff too, and even some flawless finishing moves, and make this all really pop.